And then we move into the next verse. I've had enough of reading tweets by neurotic, psychotic, pig-headed politicians. And, of course, the intentions are clear in this verse. And you know immediately he's talking about politicians. He says so in the verse. But there's part of me that just wonders if maybe there's just a little secret jab at AH and, as I like to call them, her gang of weirdos. Because you know that when he was recording this, it's somewhere, even if it was just in the back of his mind, he had to see her face when he was saying the words neurotic and psychotic. I mean, how could he not? And I just feel like that maybe there's a little secret nudge there, a little jab saying, haha, yeah, look at this, you know what? And as he goes into the next verse, it's clearly politics with the no short-haired, yellow-bellied son of Tricky Dickie's gonna Mother Hubbard's soft-soap me with a pocket full of hopes. Boy, that is a mouthful. But what really strikes me, and which I know this is an original verse, he hasn't changed it, or original words, the money for hope, or the money for dope, the money for rope. I can't help but think, okay, he gave her the $7 million. We all know from looking into this ourselves that more than likely a good bit of that $7 million that was supposed to go to charities and didn't go to the charities, a lot of that probably went to dope. But what I find funny in the money for dope, money for rope, that dope money has turned out to be the rope that's hung her in the public eye. And I can't say that he knew this when he was recording it, but I mean, come on, he's an intelligent guy. If I can see it, I'm sure he saw it. So I love that. I really do, because he does say this several times throughout the song, and it just seems like that, yeah, that really had a hidden meaning, and I just love it. And after this, we go into Jeff Beck's guitar solo, and there's a repeat of the last verse. And if you want to, in this next verse, if you want to go full on that Johnny's having a go at AH and her gang of weirdos, as I've put in my notes here, I mean, you can definitely say that this could be a picture of I.O. Toilet. I mean, think about it. Think about I.O.'s social media responses whenever someone's called him out. Well, as my notes say, he's always a condescending little twit. And the verse is, I'm sick to death of seeing things from tight-lipped, condescending little chauvinist. And to me, that screams I.O. Toilet. And, you know, when you look at the Instagram before it was deleted, and even now with the response on Witt's Instagram, very condescending to people that calls him out. So I'm just, that screams I.O. to me. And then as we go on, it's just, for me, it's more obvious that there's some subtle shade just being thrown at AH right here in the video more than ever, because what we see as the video goes into the next verse, it's one of those, like, it looks like one of those old-fashioned clapboards from the black and white movies when they would do pop and it would action. And the words start appearing, and as I said at the beginning, I feel like that the reason the video is done the way it is because they want you to really pay attention to the words. And the words after that clap is, I've had enough of watching scenes with schizophrenic, egocentric, paranoia, prima donnas. If there is anyone who is well aware that she is a schizophrenic, paranoid prima donna, it is Johnny. And I just feel like that by the way this video is done, this right here, I feel like he knew. And that's why the video is recorded this way. And the song goes on to repeat the short-haired, yellow-bellied verse and the money for dope, money for rope. And then it goes into the I'm sick and tired of hearing things from uptight, short-sighted, narrow-minded hypocrites. And I mean, it is a repeat, but, you know, it could definitely be a jab at the media because they automatically believed AH. And they basically dismissed Johnny until it came to the point that they had to say, okay, yeah, well, she lied. And so, you know, I mean, it just feels like that is a blow at the media. And then it ends the verses, as far as the verses, it does repeat the chorus some, but as far as the verses, the last verses, I've had enough of reading things by neurotic, psychotic, pig-headed journalists. And I mean, to me, that just screams AH and the media who backed her. I feel like this is just kind of a final jab. And I feel like that this entire song was his way of jabbing and saying what he'd like to say to the media, to AH and her gang of weirdos. Now, you know, there is nowhere that he has come out publicly and said that that's why he recorded this song. This is my own feelings and what I see in the song, so don't get me wrong on that. But I just think when you stop and you break it down and you think about it, it becomes pretty clear. So I'd like to know what you think about it. What did you see when you look at the lyrics? Leave me a comment. Let me know and tell me what you'd like to talk about in our next video. And if you will, please subscribe, share this video, help me to grow this channel. I really love doing this, and I promise it's just going to get better. And, oh yes, I'm going to start live streaming next week. I'm going to have guests. Keely Talks is going to join me at some point, and I'd love for you to come and be a part of that. And as I finish the video, I just want to try to shout out some of the creators that I may have missed the last time, like Keely Talks, Lost Beyond Pluto, Darth News, E-Hacker, your boy Gary, Tiffany Daniels, Popcorn Planet, Greg Ellis, Nerdette's Newsstand, Justice for Depp, and I know there's more, and I'll be shouting them out every video I can. So until next time, thanks, and I'll talk to you soon.